Can I just say it's good to be back?
Indeed.
Hello, everybody. Todd here, joined by DorkyRae, and I'm pointing to my left like I actually have people next to me. And we got Thrabalen, pointing to my right.
Like there's cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to be a thing.
Yeah. They may be returning.
Ooh.
Some of them.
Yeah, well,
Not
I mean,
all.
you never used one.
Yeah.
You say, I was gonna say, they may be returning. I mean, the
Some of them might, and it's
no,
like...
No, I did use one long ago. Not with the podcast, but I used one. Returning doesn't necessarily mean podcast. So,
Fair. Very
we'll be
fair.
returning here for me, yeah.
So,
podcast ones may be returning.
yes, the podcast ones may be returning. It's kind of all based on my connection at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But needless to say, it is damn good to be back. It really is. Our last episode was, what, fucking May?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Jesus.
Hey, the topic we're going to be speaking of tonight.
And there's a bunch of shit we're going to be talking about tonight because that's a...
Oh, yeah.
We got to do a lot of catch up.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's just I can actually find what when our last episode was.
Why do I feel like Ray was waiting for a condiment pun?
Waiting for a what?
A condiment pun. Because I just got that vibe, but I guess not.
No, I was not waiting for a condiment pun, no.
June 6th.
Damn.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, I mean, we got...
to make it into June.
Yeah, ain't that some shit? Now we're 20 days later recording another one of these.
And we recorded this 21 days ago, not 20 days ago. So, it's 3 weeks. It aired on the 6th.
I'm going based on when I made the thumbnail.
Okay, well, it ended on the 6th. We started on the 5th.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's 21 days. 3 weeks. Jesus. It's a long time. So for any of you people that don't know what's been happening and what's prevented the podcasts, this asshole right here has prevented the podcasts.
That's not a very nice thing to say
No.
about me.
That's...
Sorry.
Rephrase, your computer has prevented the podcasts.
How do you know he wasn't calling his computer an asshole?
Yeah, you don't know where I was pointing.
Yeah. Nobody knows where he's pointing.
Neither do they.
I am the one who points.
3 of you will get that.
Yup.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so I had kind of a catastrophic computer failure. I had the cooler on my CPU go out, which sucked. I'd been having issues with my computer for a while now. It's one of the reasons why we stopped using the cams to begin with, is because of that. So one thing led to another, and I got new thermal paste because I'm like, well, this thing's running very hot. Like, let me see if that'll fix it. I changed the thermal paste. You know, I clean everything proper, and I change the thermal paste, and I get the thing mounted. And I noticed that my CPU was now running hotter. Hotter to the point that it went into its thermal protection mode, where it's just like, yeah, no, you're not doing shit. Power down. And yeah, so I was able to get a new CPU cooler, which was awesome. But then I was having other issues. And thankfully, I believe in redundancy. And my system was running 24 gigs of RAM, and now it's only running 16. So I had 2 4-gig sticks, which came with the system initially. That failed. So for those who have known me since I started streaming with this computer, know that I have now gone through a video card, a CPU cooler, and 2 sticks of RAM since 2015 with this one system.
Video card is not a unique problem, but yeah.
Well, no. The video card's not a unique problem.
Especially indicative, yes.
Especially when it goes out in like a year of from when you've got the computer, as well as
the majority of people in this podcast have had issues with that particular card.
Fair. However, majority of people on this podcast that have had this card, I would say half of them had it pre-installed in their system, and that half also had it where they had forgotten to take the plastic off of the fucking card. RIP 970. Hello 1070. But yeah, so I had a 970 fail on me. I had 8 gigs of RAM fail on me, and I had a closed loop water cooler fail on me. I'm not about to go and start bashing companies or anything like that, but needless to say, I don't think I'll ever do business with CyberPower PC ever again. But yeah. So we're back up and running though. That's good. Everybody got really silent.
Yeah.
We were waiting for elaboration, but yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what, me saying that I went through a video card to 8 gigs of RAM and a closed loop CPU cooler. All that came with the unit I purchased from CyberPower is the reason why I'm not going to go with them ever again. I mean, it's needless to say they
Jiffy lubed you.
No. They would have installed the cooler, but not put any coolant in there.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I mean they're hitting Jiffy Lube levels of inconsistency.
No, Jiffy Lube is not inconsistent. There are many things Jiffy Lube can be called. Jiffy Lube is not inconsistent. They are incredibly consistently shit.
Oh shit.
I was just thinking that I now have 2 companies that I have never gone to, that I never will go to because of the other 2 people in this podcast and their experiences.
Yeah, I mean,
if lube does too, they do without lube. Don't be fooled by the advertising.
Oh. But yeah, so after all that, after all those PC issues, I'm now having issues with my connection, which means no streaming. So I've been doing a lot of like short form, like half hour to an hour videos, uploading them onto Twitch, uploading them onto YouTube, so people can check those out. I've done some interesting games though. What is it? I started Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Started Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. What?
That I'm sorry. That was the first Legend of Zelda game that I tried. That was.
I think we found Gray's Jiffy Lube. Yeah.
I will be perfectly honest with you. Of all the Zelda games, that is the one that I have the fondest memory.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, the game came out in 1991, so
that okay.
Yeah.
That I tried I tried playing an emulator of that game, and no.
What was your issue with it?
I don't distinctly remember. I remember there was something about like the point that I got to that I just like stopped and just could not anymore was I think I may have even is it in, let me see if it's in my highlights, because I just could no longer function. It didn't I don't think it broke me to the point that Ocarina of Time, that game nearly broke me.
Oh, Ocarina does that to people.
Let me see here. I gotta remember how to get to see my videos when I'm hosting someone. There we go. Let's see here. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, I've got a 34-minute clip or highlight of me feeding the lizards over and over and over and over again for 34 minutes and still not getting past that stupid level where I'm trying to feed the stupid lizards.
I don't remember feeding lizards.
Well, maybe it was a different game.
So Ray is going on all the time thinking they hated Link to the Past, when in actuality it's some other game.
Yep, it's Oracle of Ages. I just clicked. Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages.
Okay.
For some reason, I thought that was Link to the Past.
So we went through all this bullshit for nothing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just no. Okay, so here's the thing.
Right here, Zelda went.
Yeah, basically between Oracle of Ages and Ocarina of Time. No, is that the one that it is?
Ocarina.
No, it was not. No, it was not Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask.
Yeah, Majora's Mask is really good, but it's very frustrating.
Majora's Mask is the one that almost broke me.
Almost?
Because I finished the game.
No, yeah,
I managed to finish the game.
Yeah, I know.
But it was to the point where Connor and Storms were both telling me to not actually finish the game.
Yeah, I mean, I remember clearly you at a certain point were just like, that's it. I'm fucking done. I'm done with this shit. Fuck this game.
If anyone has any advice they want to ask about for any Legend of Zelda game, just ask DorkyRae, here courtesy of the Precipice Podcast. Ray will have answers for you. They may not be pertaining to the game you were asking for, but Ray will have answers.
So what did you think of Zelda 2? Fuck that. I got 35 minutes of me feeding lizards, and I'm like,
yeah,
was that the second one? Maybe not.
No. So between those two games, which are the only two games that I have extensively played, my opinion on the Legend of Zelda series is just no. I'll watch people play it, but I don't think I can ever play it.
That's understandable.
Just no.
See, I don't spend a lot of time with well, I don't want to say I don't spend a lot of time with games like that, but usually like the Zelda games I don't give much attention to. And I mean, there's reasons. And I mean, I'm still sitting on Majora's Mask on the 3DS, and I'm like, do I want to charge my 3DS and start playing this again?
No, don't do it. Spare yourself.
So So arguably the 3DS version of Majora's Mask is a remaster.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and I was playing an emulator version of it, which was torture in and of itself.
Yeah, but yeah, the 3DS version is a remaster, and they've changed stuff in it
okay.
to make it more friendly and a little easier to play. So, I mean, there's that.
Oh gosh, that game.
Yep.
And so I remember the reason that was at the time when that was before this computer.
Yeah.
So part of the reason that I continued playing it was because I didn't have a whole lot of games that I could play.
Yeah, I completely understand that.
I have played a lot of games based upon that criteria.
Yeah. Yep. Because that was when the old laptop was being like super Charizard. Like there were a lot of games that was not letting me play. So but I had some options.
Yeah.
But at that point I was just being super stubborn. Oh, but no, I remember Storms and Connor were especially concerned for my salt levels and my mental health by the time I got to the end of that game.
Understandable.
I think they were feeding me cheat codes too, if I remember right, just so that I could finish it.
But yeah, I
unplug the system.
But yeah, I've been doing these like weird little like one-off games, doing little recordings of them. Obviously, Zelda and Vampire the Masquerade Redemption are more of a series thing. But then I've been doing like these one-shots. Like I did the 1988 Splatterhouse, and I was like, fuck yes. Like I was so excited to do that. And then I did the second game in that series, which was released on the which was released on the Famicom, called Splatterhouse Wampaku Graffiti, which is like a very cutesy version of Splatterhouse, and it's really weird.
Why do I feel like Splatterhouse is standing in for a game you'd rather be playing?
Well, I've always wanted to play Splatterhouse on stream.
Fair.
So it's one of those situations of like I've always wanted to do that, and now I actually have an opportunity to do it. And I did I did about an hour of each game, you know.
Is there a reason that you haven't played it on stream?
Mostly because of emulation issues, which are now fixed and such. So
okay, fair enough.
And then I played like PS1 games. Like I did 3 PS1 games. I did Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, which is the weirdest fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Game I've ever played.
Yes.
Because they're just like, I
remember that game.
They're like, there's no polymerization. You have no idea how to fuse cards. And oh yeah, by the way, your enemy can just fuse cards right at the start of their turn. Game over. Get fucked.
Yes. Oh, that game was so broken.
Oh, it really is. I only did a half hour of it, and I was like, fuck this. I did a half hour of Twisted Metal, the 1995 Twisted Metal, which was I want to give that more time. Like, I actually want to be able to play through that with each character and get their ending, such. And then I played arguably the game that there's a lot of trauma in based on this game for me, because I really like the source material, and the game is absolute dog shit, and that's The Fifth Element.
I made a Fifth Element game.
Okay, licensed games are a very mixed bag because so much executive meddling.
Oh, it's like the game itself it's just weird, right? So it's like the controls are utter dog shit. Like that's the biggest thing right there. It's like you have a lot of problems with the controls. The enemies are dumb as shit, but I mean it takes forever to kill them. So it's like they give you 9 lives. That's it. And they expect you to complete the game with 9 lives, and it's like, no, that's not happening. I think I died on the 2nd level, like my last life was spent on the 2nd level. I mean, the first level you play is Corbin Dallas, Bass, and then the 2nd level is playing as Lilu, and he's got a gun, shoot. She has her hands and feet. And it is horrible. It is, I mean, the only good point out of that game was the fact that afterwards I wanted to watch The Fifth Element. To remind me,
wash the badness out.
Yeah. I mean, I looked forward to the cutscenes in the game because the cutscenes are actually scenes from the movie.
Oh.
Yes.
So, FMV style, got it.
In a sense, yeah. But it's just like... It's...
My feelings on FMV games are well known. So,
yeah, no, that's fair. But I mean, I got some... I know I have some other ones. After we finish recording, I'm probably going to record an episode or 2 to put up. And I got some real doozies. I'll probably do one specifically for the YouTube audience because I can't do it on Twitch. Thanks, Thrillkill. Which was a game that was technically never released. It was finished. It had gone gold. The publisher got bought by EA. EA goes, yeah, no, we don't want to release this.
When EA doesn't want to try and make money off of something, you know you've got something there.
Well, they ended up using the engine and everything like that to make the Wu-Tang game, which wasn't bad. It was a good, 4-person fighter. The thing is, the game pushed the envelope at the time. Like one of the characters is a dominatrix who has a cattle prod, and you have a midget wearing stilts, and yeah, I mean it's an interesting game. It's an interesting game, and I've had fun with it in the past. So, but yeah, I mean that's on the list. I have a game I've been wanting to do for fucking ever, and I just haven't. Either I haven't had the time to do it, or I haven't been able to get it to run, which has been the biggest thing, and that is Legacy of Kain Blood Omen, which is the first in that series. So, arguably, the game that gets overlooked the most in that series, because much like Hitman 1, it's never included in the collections. So, like, if you get the Legacy of Kain collection, you get Soul Reaver, you get Blood Omen 2, you get Soul Reaver 2, you get Legacy of Kain Defiance, I think it is. You don't get the first Blood Omen. Like, why the fuck don't you? Apparently, there's a rights issue with it. So, nobody knows exactly who has the rights to the first game anymore. It's one of those weird fucking situations.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what have you guys been doing these past 3 weeks?
A lot of GTA.
Yeah.
Yeah, with you. They've been basically, as we're building up to something coming up that we're going to talk about. I've been trying to raise more money for various characters and such. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I didn't have such connection issues, I would definitely be joining in on that. But I mean,
you get those figured out, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean the biggest thing is like like today I signed in because I saw the news wire.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'll be able to commit like a half hour, which was me basically doing my daily.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, so I'll do my daily, which was a contact mission.
Easy.
Very. Get a 4-star wanted level and escape. Easy. Especially,
know what the subway is? Because if you do, congratulations.
Oh, I have an even better method.
Ah.
Because I have a scuba suit.
Yep. Yep. I utilized that method myself earlier.
Yep.
It's so much fun. Just dive in. It's like, oh, hi up there with all your blinking lights. Hope you're having fun.
Yeah, so for that one, I drove to where my biker club is, which is right next to the beach. Mm-hmm. Which was beneficial because my third part of my daily was ride an amusement ride. So I
you got like the easiest one ever.
Yeah, I know, it was terrific. So like I did the contact mission, then I drove to the pier. I rode the roller coaster, then I drove onto the beach, shot a few people, got the cops coming.
Shot a few of them.
I waited until the helicopters came and took down 2 of them with my my Mark II heavy pistol, heavy revolver.
Yeah.
And then I quickly switched to my scuba gear, drove my stolen vehicle into the water, abandoned ship, and just went down to as far to the bottom as I could go.
Mm-hmm.
And I just watching like stars melt away, and I'm like, this is terrific.
It is.
So,
nice.
Fun fact, guys, if you play GTA and you don't have a scuba suit,
buy one now.
Buy one. Yes, get one.
In fact, if you're practicing flying, do so in a scuba suit because eventually you will accidentally ditch in the water.
Yep.
Fair.
But yeah, so you've been doing a lot of GTA, which is good.
Yep.
I kind of wish I was able to kind of join in on that. Who knows? I might get like a half hour. I might get like 20 minutes. Might be 10 minutes and I get booted. You know, like it's just, yeah. And Ray, what have you been up to?
Watching a lot of musicals.
Have you been using that new service, or talk about the one on Netflix?
Yeah, actually. Well, I've watched some on Netflix. I've watched Newsies a few times because I really like Newsies. And I showed that one to my mom because it's up her alley too. But then I've watched a few on the Broadway HD service. And then I'm going to go see Singing in the Rain tomorrow night, actually, with one of my local friends, which I'm super excited about. Because we're going to go see that live at the local theater, the open air theater that we've got here. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So finally made, because she and I keep talking about how we need to do that. I was like, yeah, okay, let's just make actual concrete plans. And so we noticed that Singing in the Rain was one of the shows. And so we were just like, okay, well, let's do it. So we're doing that tomorrow night, actually. So been doing a lot of that, doing a lot of listening to show tunes. Some other Netflix shows, which I'm sure we'll talk about later.
Oh, yeah.
And then, actually, this is really exciting news. Sorry, that video that picture that Balen just shared is exactly how Netflix works.
You mean the one I just shared?
Oh, is that you? Okay,
Yeah.
I can't see who's sharing what.
Yeah.
Yes. No, that you just shared is beautiful.
That is legitimately the way Netflix works.
That's exactly the way Netflix works. Only I think my Netflix account allows for 5 people. Yeah. So there's a total of 4 parasites or 5 parasites?
4 parasites.
4
and
parasites.
The person who pays for the account.
Yeah. Yeah, the person who pays for the account and 5 parasites.
Yep.
4 parasites.
Well, I don't know how many parasites exactly, but I do know that I leech off of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
cool.
Maybe 5?
Maybe 5? I don't know.
Maybe more?
I don't know. I have a whatever. It's cool. I don't care.
Yeah. I mean
I don't know. My parents, Holzbrick. I've got a lot of people that leech off mine.
Yeah.
But anyway, I legitimately do not care. If I'm paying for it, people need to use it.
That is very fair.
Like,
I'm very legit.
Yes. But anyway, so the really exciting news. So I think on the 6th, I had briefly mentioned that I was working on trying to come up with designs for
the chiropractic pals.
The chiropractic crusaders.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
So I came up with 7 designs, and it took a lot longer to come up with 7 unique designs that would work well based on the fact that
I'm sorry.
Yeah. That the fact that they're not cosplayers and not many of them are super big into the idea of wearing spandex. But anyway, so I showed off the designs. I took it over to them. They really liked the designs, and I'm going tomorrow afternoon to iron out the specifics of who's getting which design, and I'm going to be making those costumes.
Nice. Very cool. Very, very cool.
So yes. So I'm very excited. So I have my first official costuming gig since college.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not your fault. It's not your fault, so congratulations.
I will legitimately say that if I was able to, I would hire you for costuming gigs.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Being the owner of one of your works, I would definitely say the quality is there, and I would do the same.
It's a scarf. It's not that hard.
I can't do it, so
some kind of witchcraft.
I could teach you to make a scarf. Scarves are not difficult, guys.
No, scarves are witchcraft. It's proven.
I made my first scarf when I was like 7.
Witch.
What a poorly done one will fall apart.
And that's another one. I've actually been starting to. Speaking of witchcraft, I'm actually working on another design that I actually won't start putting together until probably
until the Dark Lords permit it.
Yeah, well, until probably September, just because I've been working on weight loss and everything, which 15 pounds in the last 2 months.
It's good.
So I'm
very
pleased with myself.
Sorry, we've had discussions about inclusiveness in the past. I'm speaking of Hollywood witchcraft, not real life belief witchcraft.
Oh no! Oh yes! No, absolutely! No, absolutely!
Yeah, Hollywood witchcraft is completely different.
Oh yeah, no.
That's the kind of bullshit I'm talking about. The whole Dark Lord stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no.
I'm just gonna shrug, and I mean the thing is, if it's something, if it's something we don't understand, it's magic. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the truest form of magic is you don't understand it.
Yeah.
I mean, for the longest time, most of our science at one time was considered magic.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, crafting.
I'm just clarifying because we went to witchcraft instead of magic. That's why I'm clarifying.
That is true.
Well,
that is
fair. Fair.
Okay.
But I'm also working on a design for another costume for myself that is a dragon witch. That I'm actually really excited about, and it's the first personal design that I've been excited about in a while. So it's really cool. And the deafening silence is just like, what?
Oh, I just don't know what to say, so I'm not saying anything.
Fair enough.
So I had to Google to find out what exactly a dragon witch is.
A dragon witch is?
Yeah.
And this is what I got.
It's not that. I am
This
not
is Garrett's crispy chicken dragon witch.
Okay, interesting. So is
it made with real dragon?
No, it's made with chicken, but it's spicy.
Well, chicken fried steak isn't made with chicken.
I
didn't know.
I occasionally get obsessions, as you may know.
Mm-hmm.
One of my obsessions is the Thomas Sanders YouTuber. And his Sandersides videos. Yes, I know you're aware. The listeners of the podcast may not be. They probably are.
But go ahead. Yeah.
They probably are, but just
if they have followed you on Twitter, they are aware.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, the Sandersides videos, the character, one of the creative side, Roman or Princey, not dragon witch as in sandwich, but dragon witch as in WITCH, as in a.
So that must be why I'm getting all these delicious food items.
Yeah.
A dragon witch.
See, the T is silent, so I don't use it. Just the way it works.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
I guess fair enough. Anyway, so in a couple of his videos, Princey, the character Princey, has mentioned a dragon witch and fighting a dragon witch. And so there's this character that doesn't have an actual design. So we've never actually seen the dragon witch. So it's like completely up to the fans' imagination. So like I have free creative reign on making this character. That's pretty much like really exciting for me.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see, I don't know if I have any updated pictures. I don't know if I've taken any updated pictures of my design since. No, I have not. They're all in my bedroom. But basically, I'm kind of like doing this. Well, it doesn't have any of the colors or anything, but the there. So this is kind of like the super sketched out before I like started going into any like major detail. So that's kind of what I'm going for, and then like with scales and stuff.
I'm going to just clarify for the listening audience. The design really is not something that you can eat. It is actually...
It is not. Sorry to disappoint.
Womp womp.
In fact, it does not look tasty at all. I would advise staying away from this as a menu choice.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean,
but I've already picked.
It's like going to a salad bar without the sneeze guard. Like, you just want to avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've already bought the fabric for the scale fabric for it too, which I do have here.
And for the people at home, in case you're wondering why we're all over the fucking place, we haven't done this in 3 weeks. And we're kind of giddy.
Yeah, just a little bit. We haven't even really got to like hang out and chat all that much either.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you scroll up past Todd's Dragon Sandwich, you can see the very pretty scale fabric that I have.
I saw it.
Yep.
So, I'm doing a rainbow scale because I found a rainbow. I was at a historical event. Because that was another thing that I did in these past 3 weeks, was I did another historical event where, which was really fun, and I made some pretty decent money. I actually sold a few things. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I just have to comment, if you're in a historical event and they're talking about rainbow dragons, find something that's a little more historical. I'm just saying.
No, we weren't talking about rainbow dragons.
Because, yeah.
But there was a broom maker there, and they were using like different colored broom there where they had dyed the broom corn, and they had some that were like sports colors or whatever, but then they also had some that they had a few that were just like, it was rainbow brooms essentially. And I decided to go ahead and buy that, and that ended up. So I was like, this will be perfect. That would be really cool for my Dragon Witch broom. And then I was like, okay, and now officially. And then I was like, I hadn't officially decided that my Dragon Witch was going to be like what color the scales are going to be and everything. But then I was like, you know what? I found this fabric on Etsy, and it matches the broom like almost perfectly. And so I figured out the reason that my dragon does not have wing or has a broom and became a witch is because she doesn't have wings. So backstory for the character.
Gotcha.
Yay. Yeah. I don't know. I'm weird.
I mean, that's fair.
Not this video.
We're all weird.
Yeah. Everyone, the only weird people are people who aren't weird.
You're not wrong.
I'll be honest, people who seem like they don't have anything strange about them stare the living shit out of me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because those are the people who usually wind up with bodies under the house.
Fair.
I'm so happy that I've been able to... I'm joking.
I've been able to hide that from you guys.
I've been able to make myself seem like I've got stuff going on so people don't check the crawl spaces.
Yep.
I think it's just that we're far enough away that we haven't checked your crawl spaces.
I mean, honestly, I don't even know how to get into the crawl space. So.
Fair enough.
Plus claustrophobia, it'd be a horrible experience.
Fair.
Another thing I'm starting work on is tabletop game. Restarted development on that.
Oh, cool.
Tabletop is awesome.
Yes. So backstory for the listeners. I started this project back in 2012. It started with just me, then I brought a few people on. We let one person go initially because they weren't contributing a goddamn thing. Happens. Then it was me, my sister, and my ex, who I ended up spending a lot of time working on my ex's assignments. So there's that. And then one thing led to another, and development kind of halted. In that time, I've decided to completely redo the system because there was a lot of things I was unhappy with. Listening to... So this is the blessing and the curse when it comes down to it. The blessing of working with people is you can get more done. The curse of working with people is you get more done. Which sounds like, oh, that's not a big deal, right? But it is. It's a horrible experience because you have to then come up with new balance changes based on the stuff they have. You gotta listen to their feedback and what they want. You know, you go, oh well, what are you thinking for a character type? And it's like, we should have a skinwalker. And I'm like, how about no? They're like, hear me out. And I'm just like,
how about no?
How about no?
How about I don't?
Like the first person we cut from the team, it was we'd have these little meetings every Monday, and it was every either Sunday or Monday, I forget which day exactly. And it was just like, all right, so I've been able to. I'm like, so we nailed out this, we nailed out that, we're working on this, we're working on that. Does anybody have any character types that you would like to pitch? And it was always the same. The person kept on pitching the same thing. It's just like, I think the game needs a shapeshifter. And I'm like, what? Yeah, shapeshifter. And the first time I indulged, and I'm like, explain how it would work. Well, they're a shapeshifter. They ship shapes. But how does it work? Like, have you planned anything? I just think it's a cool concept.
Actually,
I'm gonna have to nix that, you know. And every time it was just like,
I think free money coming out of my ass is a cool concept, but I don't know how to make that work, and therefore it doesn't happen.
Yeah. So, and I mean, that was the biggest thing. Like, it was constantly that situation of like, always going like, we should have a shifter. We should have some kind of shapeshifter in there. Like, I mean, we have werewolves that can shift between a human form, a canid form, and their anthropomorphic, like, werewolf form. We have a werecat who can do a human form, a cat form, and this anthropomorphic werecat form. You know? I think we got this shit covered. I don't think we need a character that's just like, oh, hey, we can... Oh, I need to get it. We need to get in there. Hold on. I now look like a guard. You know, it's just... No, it's just... No, fuck that. So I've been doing a rewrite on the system and everything like that. And working on the core mechanics and trying to get all the core stuff down before I start... first getting other people involved and all the other stuff, because I need a solid foundation. And when I get people involved, it's going to be situations such as, okay, I need help working on these, or I need help with world building, or I need help with lore, or I need help with this or with that, you know, stuff like that. And I mean, that's, to me, like, I love doing world building. I love writing lore. I really do. But I'm only one person. You know, I can't sit there and go like, oh, hey, I want to release what'll be the equivalent of a big book game. And go, oh, I want to release a big book game, and I'll do it all myself.
Mm-hmm.
I remember at PAX East 2013, I was talking to somebody who... I forget exactly who it was, but it was in tabletop, and I forget what company was there, and you know, they had one of the writers of one of the games there, and kind of just talking and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, you know, I started working on a tabletop role-playing game. He goes, oh, well, how long have you been working on it? I'm like, well, I've been working on it for about a year now. And he goes, well, what other projects have you done? I'm like, oh, this is the first one. He goes, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. I'm like, oh, what's that advice? He goes, for your first project, never do an RPG. And I'm like, oh? He goes, you may think that you're ready for it, but the project will always get bigger and bigger and out of control. You need to know what you're doing before you jump into something like that. And I'm like, that's fair. So. But yeah, so I mean, I'm working on that now. That's a thing. The biggest change is moving from a D20 system to a dice pool, which solves a lot of the mechanical issues I've had. Because now I don't have to worry about, like, oh, we have to do damage calculation, or we have to do this, or we have to do that. It's like, no, now we just have to worry about, like, this, to do this, it's a difficulty of 4. So you need to roll 4 successes, at least, to pull this off. You know, so it's, in that sense, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know, just in all, like, in general, doing certain things and having a system like a dice pool. A dice pool is a lot more forgiving than a standard D20. Like, yeah, you still get your critical fails, but I mean, it's just you roll no successes and at least one of those dice come up as a 1. That's a critical fail. Sorry, that's the way it goes. So, I mean, it's interesting, but hopefully I'll be able to give you guys more insight and such on the game, which is called Precipice of Desolation. That has been the name since 2012.
Excuse me.
Hopefully I'll be able to give you guys some more info on that later at some other point. But yeah, I mean, I'm still just starting to get back into it. So there's not a whole lot to share other than the first part of the game is we have the time period set. It will be taking place in the 17th century. And the 2 settings are going to be Japan, so we're going to deal with the Edo period of Japan. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be dealing with 1700s, 17th century Scotland. Which England's kind of like, oh, you can do England, you know? And it's just like, but the next setting's got England as like a focus, you know? So let's kind of deal with Scotland. That's where I'm going with this. Plus, there's a lot of great folklore out of Scotland. There's a lot of great folklore all over. So
yeah.
But yeah. Wow, we've spent almost an hour talking about absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
sounds accurate.
I mean, just what we've been up to lately, because it's been so long.
Yep, it's been 3 fucking weeks.
Yeah.
So let's get into our first, I guess, topic.
Those sort of thing.
Sort of.
Okay. I'm game if you are.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yes. Big things happening. There's one of their large, thrown in for free expansions, which the people who bitch about shark cards seem to forget they do, except, they're tricked into buying shark cards. But I digress. There's a big one coming where you're going to get access to nightclubs. It's coming next month.
It is about fucking time.
And it looks like they're going to be tying all of your businesses in through the nightclubs.
Which I'm fine with.
I'm happy about it. I mean, right now, yeah, I have to like run halfway across the state to get in my bunker, run all the way over here to get to my motorcycle club, run down here to get to my office. If I can control all that with one easy get to place, I'm fine.
You know what? I'll say this, like my bunker and my facility are close together. My biker club and my office are close together. So it's like those aren't too much of a problem. It's but at the same time, like my biker business is closer to my bunker. It's actually about halfway between my bunker and the fucking clubhouse. Like, it makes it rough. Like, I had to buy a garage so I have a spawn point for when I just want to do my business.
It's a little crazy.
Yeah. But to have that all consolidated would be fucking terrific.
It would. Anything that cuts down the running around time is a good thing.
So, to be fair, I mean, I have, like, I for a little while, I did the gun running. For a while, I was, I had the cokery going. And it got to a point where I was just like, nah, I'm good. You know, and I just kind of stopped with it. So
I shut down everything but the gun running, and I'm still doing that because that's your best bang for your buck.
Fair.
Oh, and speaking of people who do have motorcycle businesses, which motorcycle businesses may not do as much business as you'd like, this week it's double XP, double money for motorcycle businesses. So for those of you who aren't doing coke or meth, or doing something else with your motorcycle club, there's that.
I mean, but if you're doing coke or meth, it's still
that's also double. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just saying the others aren't really they're kind of not worth the money, but this week they kind of are.
So you're talking about counterfeit cash and pot.
Yeah.
You mean like the ones that I did?
For RP purposes, which is fine.
Yeah.
RP is a good thing.
Yes. Oh yeah.
But this week they're actually kind of worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then apparently this weekend, Motor Wars is triple.
Triple. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, triple. Not just double. They're double right now. But starting on Friday, they will be triple. So if you're playing GTA and you kind of occasionally like to make money, Motor Wars this weekend are going to be the way to go.
Yeah.
And if you play GTA and you don't like making money, aircraft hangar missions are double. So they're not worth it even at that price.
At the same time, log in sometime this week.
$350,000. No, $300,000. That's right.
$300,000.
Yeah.
And then log in next week as well.
That's when you get it.
Well, no, like the way I read it, because it was
each week they're doing some cash bonuses.
Yeah, which
so I'm just saying you won't get it right away. You'll get it next week, and that week you'll get the next week, and so on and so forth.
I'm pulling up the because that's
well, they don't give you the login bonuses right away. They like
they don't.
No.
Yeah.
No, it says sometime between the 3rd and the 9th is when you'll get it.
Okay, so they started the guest list. The guest list starts now. Where you get
log in anytime this week and you get on it.
Yeah, and you're part of the guest list, which will help you out. So if you log in between now and July 2nd, you'll automatically be added to the guest list. As a thank you for joining the guest list, return to GTA Online between July 3rd through the 9th, and you will get $300K and an orange wireframe bodysuit. So, and it's just like, and the GTA money will be deposited no later than July 9th. So, so this week was just to get you on the guest list, and then next week is to get the bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Basically, yeah. Well, the money comes from getting on the guest list, so logging in this week gets you the money, is what I'm saying. But you don't get the money until next week.
Yeah, it's just that they worded it really weird. where it's just like makes it seem
a little weird. It sounds like you have to log in twice in order to get it.
You got to log in for the guest list, and then the 300 will be the first guest list bonus. That's the way I'm looking at it. But being on the guest list, each week there'll be bonus cash ranging between 100K and 350K. Exclusive discounts on forthcoming vehicles. And then of course they mention the MTL Pounder Custom.
Yes.
Which
this is interesting.
Which I am not. If I can find
it's a new vehicle. It's a new vehicle coming out, and it's apparently for doing work on your businesses and such. Because that's gonna be it. It's customizable and everything.
Nice.
That's gonna be nice.
So would it be like MOC 2.0?
I'm actually thinking it's gonna be more of like an all-purpose version of something like the Mule. That's my point. Basically, something actually works with the business. You're doing the actual like deliveries or sales kind of thing. That's the way it read to me.
Then it also mentions exclusive liveries on new vehicles like the Ocelot Swinger, classic sports car, which classic sports car kind of has me interested. And new nightclub themed T-shirts and much more. So they're going to release more info. Obviously there's going to be the weekly awards and stuff like that, but they're going to continue to release more info about this guest list thing, which I'm very interested with. I really am. This is something they should have been doing for a while.
Yeah.
As a way to get people to log in, because like I mentioned it I mentioned it in Jess's Discord earlier after I saw the Newswire post, and the message I got back was, "Thank you for reminding me to download Grand Theft Auto 5."
Yeah,
because the thing is, it's like you play it and then after a while, it's like, oh, what do I do now? And you uninstall it. So,
some people do that. Well, I have legitimately never uninstalled it because it's 65 fucking gigs.
Well, so the thing is, it's like if you don't see yourself playing it, like you play it for a bit, you enjoy it, then the game will get like super boring for you. I mean, at that point, like, I'm not going to fault anybody for uninstalling.
Oh, no, I wouldn't either, but I would never, because it's 65 gigs. Rockstar, what the hell were you thinking?
I mean, but yeah, the double doubles, double money on Smuggler's Run, Biker Businesses, and Special Cargo Sell. Which is like, all right, I might do some Special Cargo Sell stuff because I do have that. Warehouse.
Yeah. I was helping grind with that today, and yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's that. Gun running. It's a 2x speed bonus to your bunker research.
Yeah, but nothing to your sales, sadly.
Yeah. Motor Wars we've already discussed is right now a double-double. And then from the 29th to the 2nd, it's a triple-triple, which will be interesting.
That's insane.
Guest list, log in between the 25th and the 2nd, and you will be part of that guest list. Which is weird. Like, they say log in between the 25th, and like I'm looking at this, and this Newswire came out today. So it's like, oh yeah, if you logged in yesterday, you should be covered. Unless that's a typo,
Possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. If you signed in on Monday, sign in again sometime this week.
Yeah.
Half off hangars, biker clubhouses, offices, biker businesses, special cargo warehouses, vehicle cargo warehouses.
Note what is missing from all of that. Fucking bunkers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, how many times have they thrown the fucking bunkers on sale?
They threw in the hangers last week.
Nobody really does the hangers though. Like, this is their way of getting people to buy hangers.
It's not working.
And facilities are 40% off.
Yeah. Which was also on sale last week.
The Avenger is 30% off.
As the MOC.
The Grotti 8X X80 Proto is 30% off. Oh, well, 30% off vehicles are the Avenger with add-ons and renos, the MOC with modules and renos, the Vapid GB200, the Grotti X80 Proto, and the Imponte Ruiner 2000. Like, I mean, it's sales-wise, it's not a good, in my opinion, good.
The lesser man's Deluxo.
Yeah. It was a Deluxo before Deluxos were cool.
It was the Deluxo before they decided to make it fly, is what it was. Because it pretty much is a non-flying Deluxo. Same missiles. Has a little cute jump ability.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's like I'm waiting to see. Oh, also, all players who log in this weekend, the June 29th until July 2nd, receive a free Red Hawk and Little Cap and a Black Hawk and Little T. So, clothes.
Yeah.
Which
I'm hoping there's more clothes and hair coming out with the nightclubs. They need some.
I'm just hoping that, because what I've noticed a lot as of late, like over the last few months, they've dropped a lot of free clothes.
Yeah.
Can we get more space, please?
Another 10 outfits would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, you proved you guys can fucking do it.
Yeah. I would like to see 10 outfits per home, not office or garage that you own. Per apartment or a house or whatever, a living domicile that's not connected to an office or some other thing. A freestanding home, you get 10 slots. Give people a reason to not just buy 10-car garages.
Also give people a reason to purchase, like, the, other than having a spawn point. The living quarters in their businesses or
No, the living quarters in the businesses, I'm not talking about getting 10 for that. Just freestanding homes that are just homes with garages. That's it.
I mean, I would only have 10, you know?
Yeah, 10 per. Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is give people a reason to buy them more, is my point.
Todd's like, I don't want to buy more houses.
Yeah.
Well,
because
nobody wants to. That's why they need to come up with some reason to get people to do it, and this would be the way.
Because I mean, for me, like, I would get like the premium penthouse, which is nice. Yeah, which is very nice. And then I would also probably get a stilt house that I would never use.
I'll actually go one further. I say you should get a number of closet spaces equal to the number of cars in your garage. Just because bigger house means more closet space.
Fair. Though so like I'll take like the office, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen a real reason to get the living quarters in the office.
Same.
I'll admit,
especially because my apartment is right next to my office.
Right?
Well, and now there's a reason to buy an apartment. But I've got actually more or less for roleplay reasons more than anything else. I would admit that.
Yeah.
I buy a lot of things in the game for roleplay reasons.
That's
fair. I mean, that's fair. I still, like, even for roleplay reasons, like, my apartment is literally right next to my office. Like, there is no reason for living quarters.
I play the kind of characters that are workaholics to the point where they will roll out of bed, walk out, and just kind of give a half-hearted wave to the receptionist as they go to log in at the computer.
That's fair.
That's the kind of people they are.
Like, what is it? I remember getting the living quarters for my biker club house.
That comes with it.
And it wasn't that for my bunker.
Yeah.
I got the living quarters for my bunker because
Spawn point.
Spawn point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely for that. That is actually the best advice I can give. If you are basically the kind of person who likes to do gun running, spawn point in your bunker is incredibly useful.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Also, apparently they've patched out something too. One of those things Rockstar doesn't want us to know about.
Yeah.
So remember how I used to be able to, like, I would spawn in like a free lobby, and then I would go to creator, and then from creator I was able to go and create a friends only.
Can't do that now?
They got rid of it.
Oh.
You cannot access your pause menu while in creator anymore.
Well, gee.
Yep. So, I mean, it's just an extra step. Now I got to go from, like, oh, hey, I'm there. Now I got to go to story.
Of course.
And then, yeah.
One thing I find interesting, though, is they got rid of the slow drop down during Cloud Simulator and just replaced it with a quick black screen and you're in.
I've been getting the slow drop down.
I have not for the longest time. It's been weeks at least.
Interesting.
And others I've spoken to have had the same response. You're the first person actually I've spoken to who is getting it. I mean, not that I'm going out there, taking polls and everything, but yeah.
I will have to pay attention next time I log on. I have not paid attention.
I mean, at the same time,
something else until I hear.
I mean, at the same time, it might be connection related as well on why I'm getting that. But
maybe.
But yeah, I mean, it's just. I mean, that's a thing. So, in all, like, it's. I know I've been talking about wanting to get a nightclub.
Yes.
A long time. A long time. Like, that is one of the few things that I'm just like, this is what my character needs. And it isn't even for, like, a roleplay reason. It's like, I want a nightclub.
I have a character who very much will have a nightclub for roleplay reasons, to the point where I've got lots of money saved up for that. In fact, in a lot of ways, I'm going to be kind of testing it for our little community. And I'm fine with that.
Fair. I mean, I've also been, like, kind of, like, not spending.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be like the facility where we'll be the first two to get it.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to see, like, what kind of clubs they allow us to get and the locations, because I would.
Yeah.
I think personally, like, I would not be opposed to getting a club out in, like, Blaine County.
That's where one of mine is definitely going to have it if it's available. Most of them will have it in the city, I'll admit.
Yeah, I mean...
Although it certainly looks like it's going to be just nightclubs, like you walk in, and that's not going to fit in Blaine County.
Well, I don't know.
Now, if they make the Yellow Jack Inn purchasable, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to have a backwoods dive bar kind of place.
And see, and that's the other thing. Like, I would, there was that one, want to say it was a, biker business mission where you go to the one club and you just kind of smack the guys up.
Yeah.
Which is probably my favorite. Yeah, that one.
It's a restock mission for the biker businesses.
Yes. I would not be opposed to having that club.
But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this. Honestly, I look forward to every single one of the big updates because I have actually not been. There's not many that I've been disappointed by, and most of them center around races.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you got to realize, like, they're catering to a very specific crowd that wants, like, race vehicles.
Which I don't get. And what cracks me up is they then complain that there are too many military vehicles. I'm like, going down the highway, I see military vehicles more often than I see race vehicles.
Yeah.
I mean, I will see a military convoy. I have never seen a NASCAR race car driving along the highway.
Fair.
But for some reason, my military vehicles are considered unrealistic by that select portion of the crowd. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, what I would like to do at one point is kind of just get a group of people together, group of friends, all on like a friend's server or whatever, and just kind of like reenact Fast and the Furious.
We kind of did that during one mission. For a brief moment.
I mean, it was just during one mission. I'm talking about like reenact it the entire time. Like, it's just like, we got a bunch of people hanging out at a clubhouse. They got their cars parked outside and shit.
One of them dies in a Porsche.
That's in a later.
I am very sorry to all you fans of Paul Walker, but that was just sitting there. I'm not going to let that go.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like the way I look at it is like you have. I mean, obviously, like when it comes down to us, like we all have, and I mean, you have several, but we all have a very specific vehicle we drive 9 times out of 10.
Yes. Well, to be fair, I don't have several. I've got one.
He doesn't have several. He's got the Deluxo.
Yeah. Because the Deluxo is an all-purpose vehicle for the most part.
Fair.
But like, take a look at the Deluxo, and yeah, I've got a few that I love.
Yeah.
The Insurgent.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's for me, like, when I look at, like, specifically one of your characters.
Yeah.
The Insurgent is that vehicle, It's much like when people look at me, it's like, if I'm not riding a motorcycle, I'm usually riding my Duke of Death.
Or some other muscle car.
Well, yeah, I mean, though I will say that the Duke of Death is probably my best performing muscle car.
No other muscle car is capable of pounding someone into the wall and blowing them to smithereens like the Duke. So,
that's fair.
Yeah. I mean...
That is very fair. But I mean, it's like, though I will say, like, I have been driving my Ellie a lot more. Because I love that vehicle. I really do. I mean, between that, like, my main garage, I'm in the process of just getting all my vehicles, like, that I've kitted out, Like, yeah, I got the slam van in there, and that's there for, like, when I feel like just fucking around and just being an asshole and using hydraulics while I drive. But other than that, like, I got the Elegy. Like, if I need, like, a really fast car, I have the Elegy.
The Elegy is beautiful for a free vehicle.
Oh, it absolutely is. Like, don't get me wrong, I did a lot of custom work to it.
Yeah. But it's good straight out the box.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The Duke was another one. Like, the vehicles that I spend the most time with that aren't motorcycles are ones I've gotten for fucking free. The Elegy, the Duke, and the Hearse.
But Rockstar just gives you those to make you buy shark parts.
No, Rockstar gave me those vehicles. Well, 2 of the 3 vehicles. The third one I had to fucking hunt down. And it took like what, fucking 4 of us to actually pull it off.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, hey guys, now we have one where we can just spawn it.
Yep.
Hey, who needs a hearse? Hearse is over here. But yeah, I mean, it's just the Duke and the Elegy. I knew I got the Duke for free because I was a 360 player. That's the reason why I got I got the Marshall for free as well. So,
oh yeah.
I mean, I got a monster truck because why the fuck not? Of course, I have to call whatever the fuck they are.
Pegasus.
Pegasus, yeah. To get it, or I can just have my my assistant at my office get it for me. But she's so condescending. Really condescending.
She can be. She's got 2 degrees, you know.
Cold and frigid? I mean, every time I go...
like that a little too much.
I did like that just a little bit too much.
I mean, every time I go...
Oh, that was just really, really good.
I mean, every time I go into my office, it's just like,
man.
How are you doing today, boss? And I'm just like, I need snacks. It's like, don't you think you have enough? No, because I'm asking you for snacks. I don't have enough. Maybe if you finish what you have already. I am out of snacks. Don't be giving me this shit. I think you got enough. No. Next you're going to go and cut off my booze supply and just have green juice all over the office.
To be fair, if she really wanted to be obnoxious, she'd replace all of your snacks with stuff like granola.
I mean, if granola is going to give me a decent health boost, then fine. I'm great with that. But there's nothing worse than like running out of snacks on a mission and going, oh, that's right. My assistant didn't want to give me any because she kept on saying, don't you think you have enough? Why don't you finish what you have already? Bitch, I finished what I have already. Now I'm dying.
I wouldn't mind an increase in your snack capacity as part of some update.
Oh, yeah. I also hope, I mean, with the nightclubs, I mean, they're talking like the nightclub update, which is going to be great. And they've specifically called out nightclubs. So places like Bahama Mamas are going to be a place you can purchase and what. But, I mean, why? I mean, I could see that as being like the high end on it, you know?
Yeah.
Like they call it the nightclub update, but it's, you know, you got nightclubs, you got bars, maybe some gentlemen's clubs. Like you got the one in San Andreas, and then you have the one up in Blaine County, which you can't access. Whatever. I mean, just a little stuff like that. I'd be fine with that. Yeah. Let me have like a little shitty dive bar.
Exactly.
That's what I want.
There's room for all kinds of clubs and everything. It's not just rich people who want to get drunk people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's quite the opposite, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very fair point.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, what would be interesting is if part of this update, like, you have to do supply missions for your nightclub.
Yeah.
To make sure it's stocked with booze and stuff, and then you could possibly set the prices. I would like that. I would like to have that in there, where you're like, oh, hey, I can set the prices of my drinks. I can set the prices of.
Okay. I just saw a new wrinkle I really love, and You have a dive bar? Well, you can run a moonshine still, much like a coke lab or a meth lab.
Fair.
I mean, that would be actually kind of interesting.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised about is that we've dealt in vices.
Yeah.
Like in the game. But we haven't dealt with one vice.
Uh-huh.
I mean, obviously, like, there's another vice we haven't dealt with, and that's because of shark cards, and it's considered gambling at that point, and blah, 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 because it is gambling.
It is. Yeah.
Which I understand. I understand, like, we won't get casinos, which I'm fine with.
There would be one way, and that's if you could earn a certain kind of token that you cannot buy with in-game money in any way.
Yeah.
And you can use that to gamble with, then it would not be real-world gambling. If there is absolutely no connection between the in-game cash and your gambling proceeds, that would be not gambling.
I mean, the only problem is like, what would you use that currency for then? You know.
Now, the ability to change that into in-game cash, though, that could be done. I could see that
but you can't do it the other way around.
Exactly. It's a one-way flow.
Okay.
That's my point.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
But they've never like one of the, like, for a biker business, like we can do counterfeit IDs, we can do counterfeit cash, we can do with pot, coke, and meth. I don't understand why we haven't been able to run escorts. You know? That's just me. In the aesthetic of it, of the game and the game world,
I feel the kind of character who would do such a thing, honestly.
Yeah. But it would be interesting if that's something that gets added in with nightclubs.
I agree.
Where they're just like, this is an extension of your businesses, and this is another way for you to make money. Because I would be fine with that.
I 100% agree. Yeah, strip clubs and streetwalkers and all that. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I would be fine if they let me have a strip club. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd probably get all my girls from the Vanilla Unicorn because I know them so well. They're in my phone. You work for me now. No, I don't. Yes, you do. And everybody knows, anybody that's come around my live stream while I've been playing GTA knows that every now and then I like to get on stage and perform. And by perform, it usually means I'm standing there eating candy bars and dropping them on the ground. Which,
making it rain them rappers. I worried there for a moment. I thought my internet went out or something. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it got super quiet. Is all
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm sharing a picture, and yeah, this is basically me when I'm working the club.
Nice.
Just there, like, I'm leaning up against something, just eating. And depending on
hey, for some people that would make it rain. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that's a legitimate fetish.
No, I completely understand that. Like, I think that would be terrific, though. Like, so typically, like, when I do those shenanigans, it's usually ends up being me and Sanea, and we just we end up putting on a show for our audiences, because it's usually we're doing a dual stream or something like that, and
yeah,
you know, they get to see Sanea's perspective of her walking into the club and seeing me just eating candy bars next to the fucking pole while I'm wearing a bikini, and it's like, why would you do this? It's like, well, why the fuck not? But yeah, I
would not doubt that a certain segment of the population would put a stripper through basically whatever bills they need to pay.
Oh yeah.
For that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Never underestimate the power of fetish.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially because good luck finding that at any other club.
Yeah.
Just saying out there, exotic dancers out there in the real world, just think about that.
That's the kind of shenanigans I would want at my nightclub. Of just like people throwing bills at the dancers while they just stand there and eat. I mean, it is like the most. It's social eating at its best.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is.
I'd kind of like to see a club where you see a woman standing there, in skimpy attire with her arms folded, just giving death glares to the crowd.
I've done that too.
It can work. It can work, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it just... Oh god, there's actually a video of that picture. Stripper eats pizza while pole dancing. This stripper has gone full don't give a fuck mode.
I love how they assume that's the reason.
That is terrific, though. Oh, and while we're on the topic of GTA content, our buddy on YouTube, and I say buddy very.
What streamer might you be talking about? Because what YouTuber?
I don't know who you're talking about. It's
Go on.
We're gonna have a car show, and Orbital strike the shit out of me. And I'll put up a YouTube video about it because everybody else does it, so I might as well go and get those sweet clicks. Today alone, put up 4 videos with the same info.
About the nightclubs?
Yeah. About the Newswire.
Yeah.
Just the Newswire. Like, not even getting into the guest list stuff. Like, just the Newswire.
Wow.
And all he does is just changes, like, okay, so on this, like, on the first one, I'm going to go from, like, top to bottom. The next one, I'm going to go from second to bottom and then go back up to the top. And I mean, that's the way he does. It's like, are you...
Yeah.
And then he's just like, I don't understand why people don't like my content. Motherfucker, look at you.
Don't have any.
It's... No. Just fucking no. But yeah. No. I think we should get into our final topic for the evening.
Before we do, actually, one quick topic. Mm-hmm. And that's, for all of you Marvel Heroes fans out there, and for some reason Marvel Heroes Omega, gazillions assets have been bought by Tryon Game Company, the makers of, among other things, Trove and Grift. And I mean, this is basically the last chapter in Gazillion's sad story. And, yeah. Just wanted to let all of you know there is some resolution, and that they are now officially off the market. Sorry, folks.
Yeah. So basically, and I read the article on this. So Tryon Worlds now has the assets, and by that we don't mean like the character models and the license and all the other stuff.
No.
They have
just the game engine.
the game engine, which is something that they really haven't been able to do right, which is that kind of like 3/4 top down isometric.
Yeah. The Diablo stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And I just hope that this is a sign of something good to come.
And I just hope that Dorman is out there somewhere running, fleeing from a horde of angry Marvel Heroes players. We all have our wishes.
Oh, his tweets are still protected. Oh, he's still listing himself as a CEO at Gazillion. That's adorable.
Wow. You're the head honcho at the business you killed. Congrats.
CEO at Gazillion / rock drummer / yogi / my company is kicking ass.
What? Dude, you don't have a company. It's gone. Wow.
And his website is marvelheroes.com.
Yeah, because hell, he still has the web address. I mean, I'm actually, it's actually kind of funny when you think about it, just to cling on to something you killed just shows such insecurity of what you can do with your future.
Which I'm not able to connect to that website. Huh.
That's even better. Part of me actually kind of hopes it's because it's continually an ugly DDoS. Even now.
Maybe.
Yes, I'm bitter. Ask me how I feel about NCSoft. I hold grudges with games. I do. I'm not afraid to admit it. But yeah, that was what I wanted to mention. And now on to the final topic.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
Well, I mean, I'm in all seriousness, like, before we get there, I mean, it kind of ties it.
Yeah.
But I am very, I would be very excited to see what could be done with that engine.
Also, I talk a lot of shit about Dorman and Marvel Heroes, but everyone else who worked on it who didn't contribute to its demise, thank you. Thank you for a fun few years of a great game. A game I spent a lot of money on and don't regret spending a dime. A game I got a lot of content out of. Thank you pretty much for giving us a game that we could bond with every Monday night from Midtown.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Okay. I didn't want to end my whole Marvel Heroes thing with its final chapter on a horrible note. I did want to get that out.
Yeah, it's... Yeah. I mean, I would personally... I would love if Tryon is able to kind of broker something with Marvel.
That could be interesting. That could be interesting, yes.
Because, I mean, they have an engine, you know? And if they were to kind of just... They would be able to just essentially revive... Like, if they got the license, they would be able to revive Marvel here.
As long as they don't play in the fishing mechanic, I'd be there.
But yeah, I would just... I mean, I nothing but the best. Like, there was nothing left to Gazillion.
No.
There was nothing left with Gazillion. I mean, the best karma would have been if, like, don't get me wrong, Tryon Worlds getting it is nice.
Yeah.
But how funny would it be if the person who ended up buying Gazillion Entertainment was David Brevik?
That would be awesome. I would love that. Seriously, because the game thrived under him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They expanded their publishing partnership? There's more to the story than just the Gazillion thing.
Interesting.
Includes all Gazillion's licenses, trademarks, patents, and domains, in addition to its library of games, said Tryon World's CEO Scott Hartzman in an interview with GamesBeat.
Except for Marvel Heroes, because he says no.
Tryon Worlds will also beef up its ability to publish games created by other developers using expertise in operations, networking, performance, security, player acquisition, and analytics on a global scale. Tryon Worlds will combine the Gazillion tools with its Tryon Glyph platform to provide support and infrastructure for online game world developers. There's more to that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, they mention the ones that they have. It's just like, Tryon Worlds has created its own MMOs over the years, like Rift, Trove, Defiance. Working on Defiance 2050. It's also published games for other developers, such as XL Games Arcade, Trove, a voxel MMO game similar to Minecraft, has more than 17 million players worldwide. So...
Yeah, if somebody could do a good job of bringing back Marvel Heroes, I would be happy.
And I mean, the thing is, like, Tryon would be the company to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I really haven't played stuff, to be perfectly honest with you. I know you guys, I know you guys have. But what they had, I couldn't get into.
Fair enough. Like I said, as long as they don't throw it fishing, I'm good. There's a story behind that. I'm not getting into it.
But if they do a...
Don't fish and trove, people. Don't say
it.
Old wounds.
Yeah. I hold grudges.
Just a little bit.
But I mean, there's some interesting, like, we're not going to see like a DC Heroes, like Marvel Heroes-esque game. Because there's DC Universe Online, you know?
Yeah.
But I would not be opposed to a DC version of Marvel Hero.
Oh, God, yes. Something I would love to see for once, a good DC game.
I think with the engine that was used in Marvel Heroes, and I'll be honest, Marvel Heroes Omega, because personally, the biggest problems we had was we got used to the old system that worked well. If we didn't
when
know...
you get used to the stuff that works well, the stuff that doesn't work as well does seem worse by comparison.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. But if you were to, like, let's just say you were to jump into the game, right? After they had done the movement change. You wouldn't know any better. And you wouldn't have the, like, you'd probably still bitch about Juggernaut, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what's this movement charge? And Nightcrawler, yeah. What's this movement charge bullshit? You know?
Juggernaut's main power is you can't stop him. But, I mean, to be fair, there are some people who think that the current Chicken McNuggets are perfectly fine. I remember them when they were good.
Fair. Fair. I remember when McDonald's fries used to be good.
I still like them, but they're not nearly as good.
Well, I mean, once they got rid of, what is it, Formula 70, was it?
And now we're a food podcast.
Yep. Yeah, it was. I'm trying to remember what the hell, what they used to call it. But yeah, it was just like, it was Formula 47. There we go.
Wow. Was it that Formula 409?
So Formula 47, was very interesting. It was phased out in 1990. Yeah, they changed their. McDonald's fried its potato pieces in beef tallow.
Mm-hmm.
For years, the fry fat was known as Formula 47, and it was given McDonald's fries its signature crispy exterior, fluffy interior, and rich, unbeatable flavor. And then in 1990, because of fucking public pressure, they were like, "Oh, we got to get rid of that."
Yep.
Yeah, I mean to me that was when McDonald's fries kind of lost their game.
I personally think they're still the best fries in the fast food business, though. It's just they were so far above the others that even falling.
What? Are we gonna have a fry war here?
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say right now that admittedly, I have not had access beyond the major fast food chain. I don't live anywhere near Five Guys, and I've heard that they're good. I don't live near the Hardee's. My experience is Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, and pretty much Arby's, which their curly fries. But yeah. Oh, and Checkers, which nobody should ever be forced to go to.
Unless you're high.
No, that's what Taco Bell's for.
Taco Bell stopped selling fries.
But that the fact still remains, that's pretty much where that crowd goes.
But to be
sometimes you're just craving fries, man.
When I want fries, when I want fast food fries, I'm going to Wendy's.
Oh, yes.
I have never liked their fries.
Oh, I
love their
fries.
I've never liked their fries.
I like their fries a lot more than anybody else. Like you mentioned, like now, mind you, I haven't had fries at Five Guys because I saw the price of their burgers and I was like,
yeah,
fuck
no,
that.
I've also not had Five Guys fries. Their burgers are just too expensive.
Burgers are so fucking outrageously priced.
Although apparently you get a ton of fries.
But still.
At Five Guys, so.
But you're also paying.
But you're also paying like, yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Maybe just go and buy an order of fries.
I'm pulling up Five Guys by me.
We are a food podcast now.
Oh, I'm gonna be hungry. That's not good.
I had ribs. I'm good.
I'm still technically on a diet.
Okay, so their hamburger.
Not cheeseburger.
Yes, their hamburger. $6.19.
Yep. Accurate.
What?
Yeah.
No.
They're a small fry. $2.79.
Fuck that.
Okay, to be fair though, a Five Guys small fry is like the equivalent of every other place's large fry. I do know that much.
Their grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh no, I don't want to know this.
$4.
Oh, fuck! Grilled cheese is what you make when you have no money.
Basically. Now, if I go to like McAllister's, and get like one of McAllister's grilled cheese sandwiches, but that's like a grilled cheese sandwich that's got like 5 different kinds of cheese, plus a tomato, and it's like a gourmet grilled cheese sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that I'm paying good money because it's got like Havarti and like it's gourmet grilled cheese sandwich. So I'm paying $5 for that grilled cheese sandwich because cheese sandwich. I don't know if Five Guys has like that multi-cheese.
No, it's just
Yum.
No.
It's probably just like American cheese.
Yep.
It's like Kraft single.
I think they use cheddar. I think they use like they have to use like real cheese. They can't use fucking vegetable cheese.
Not Kraft singles.
Nope. All right, I'm looking at like
got at least that going for I guess.
So
it still ain't worth $4.
No.
So now I'm looking up another place that's actually close by to me. Way Back Burger.
Okay.
If you have one of these around you, yes, they're kind of pricey, but it is one of those it's worth it situations,
Okay.
So if you wanted, okay, so like they don't have like a standard burger on the menu, because they have the make your own, like you can make your own, that kind of stuff. Pretty cool. But they're classic. They're Way Back Classic, which is 2 patties, cheese, and then the regular accoutrement,
Yeah.
$5.99.
Oh, that's not bad.
And you're getting 2 patties.
Yeah, you're getting 2 patty.
Comparing it to like a double Whopper or a double quarter pounder, yeah, that's not hard.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I mean, I would assume these are 2 quarter-pound patties.
Most likely.
Dropping a picture.
Yeah, that looks like 2 quarter-pound patties.
Oh, that looks so good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I haven't had a proper cheeseburger.
I mean, it's not going to look like that when you get it. It never does.
I know, but I haven't had a proper cheeseburger in 2 months.
Actually, I've had burgers come out looking like they do, and it's only when you order in, because they bring out they bring the little tray to your table. The burger's there, the fries are there. You can get fries. Like their fries are pretty. I tend to go onion. I've done their onion rings, but I usually go with their chili cheese because fuck my artery. But yeah. And everybody got quiet again.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about food now.
Yeah.
And how I haven't had a burger in like 2 months.
Yeah.
And I'm really hungry.
I don't think we're getting to the final topic.
Oh, we're going to.
No. I'm about to go get in my car and drive to like a McDonald's and buy a burger.
Why would you do that?
Because I want a burger.
Okay, McDonald's burgers are good. They're not homemade good.
No, they're not homemade good, but they're
tasty as fuck, okay?
I mean, they can be. But it also depends on what you're getting.
For me, it's generally a double quarter pounder or a Big Mac, and I happen to like those.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I need to look at a different picture. Where's a kitten when I need it?
I got you, Ray. I got you, Ray.
Is there any of these here? Doesn't look like there's any. And there's one location in your state.
I do not. Oh gosh, Balen. Yep. Nope. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. I told you. I got you, Ray.
Yep. Nope. I'm good.
That's the only location.
Yeah, I'm not even clicking that. I'm not even looking.
No,
I don't need to know.
Oh.
Well, actually, looking at that logo, I think I may know where this is.
I have no clue where Oakbrook Terrace is.
No, there was one near us that closed. I remember that now. They closed because nobody went there.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that.
Say the gourmet outside of Five Guys, the gourmet burger place of choice around here is Red is that what it is? Red Robin.
Yum.
Yeah. They're another expensive burger place.
They're also a sit down place. So.
Yeah, true.
I mean, they fall into a category of like Applebee's and Fridays.
Yeah.
And stuff like where it's just. But I mean, if you.
Why would someone? Oh my gosh! Why? I want to know why that picture exists.
Oh, hold on. I understand. You think that's a single example? Oh no.
Why? Why is this a thing that exists?
Click that.
What the? No. What?
No, I'm not even gonna bother.
Okay, so like one of these I can understand, like where they're prepping it for frying. So like that I can understand. But what? Why? I don't. That's not pizza mayonnaise. That is.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
nope.
it is.
Nope. I refuse.
It is. That's exactly what it is, right?
But that's mixed up properly, and
it looks like. Still looks kind of gross. So
I was sick last week. I do not need to be sick again.
You said you needed help with feeling hungry. I figure you won't be hungry for what, 3-4 days?
So
I'm sorry to anyone listening to the podcast that has, what is it, emetophobia? Where they don't do well with people gagging. Blame Balen.
I would like to go on record as saying I'm not sorry at all.
So meanwhile, while you guys are trying to gross each other out, actually,
no, I'm fine. This is all one way here. Yeah, go on.
While you guys are going back and forth with that, I'm looking at probably one of my favorite places that I rarely go to. Cracker Barrel.
Oh man.
They make possibly my favorite cheese.
They make really good food.
Fantastic.
Really good food.
Why you sound so convincing?
Oh yeah. I do love Cracker Barrel though.
I've made the comment a few times to especially people not on this podcast that do podcasts and don't have a Cracker Barrel in their area. I'm like, if you come to my area, we will go to a Cracker Barrel. Like that is a thing that will happen because Cracker Barrel is fucking.
Kids, yay!
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
Yeah, I figured that would get it off the screen for you.
Yes. Yay, kid. Yeah, so my parents actually wanted me to work at Cracker Barrel, and I'm so glad I didn't work at Cracker Barrel.
Why? Because then you would actually hate the place.
Well, that, and then also I would have had to wear a skirt all the time.
Fair.
But
yeah, they've also been in the news for a few things they didn't want to be in the news for. There's also that.
Yeah. Yeah, that is one thing that is an issue. That it's just like, that's kind of a lame dress code thing, but
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like their food is delicious.
Their food is freaking amazing.
What I've had is good.
I mean, what you the go-to, and I mean, this is gonna sound like some real like, oh, this is like down home cooking. Get their meatloaf with fried okra.
I'm down for meatloaf.
I was gonna say I really like their fish.
Fair. I mean, like, their fish isn't bad either.
Yeah.
I know I typically.
And their all-day breakfast. Oh my gosh, their breakfast
I mean that's
is really good.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's breakfast.
It's a toss-up between that.
It's not all-day breakfast anymore.
What? Oh, it has been too long since I've been there, apparently.
It's y'all day breakfast.
Oh,
breakfast
okay, no, that's
horrible.
No.
They trademarked it.
Oh, boo.
No. That's as bad as IHOB.
I mean, when a place fucks up making pancakes, what makes you think I'm gonna give a shit about them making Ooh, smoky beef brisket breakfast.
Welcome back, everyone, to Precipice Foodcast.
I'm still hungry.
I can help, Ray.
No, please don't.
This is Cracker Barrel. If you want to sponsor us, by all means, we will talk about you constantly. But yeah. Anyway, let's get into let's move past the food.
Yes.
Let's get into our last topic of the cast. Somebody finally caught up on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
Okay, you say that like
like you're the only person we've been waiting on?
You say that like it was my fault that I wasn't able to.
No,
I had to wait for it to come out on Netflix.
Yeah, and then you binged it in 3 days.
Yeah, I did. Like as soon as it came out on Netflix.
Is your area incapable of receiving ABC? Because that's where it normally airs.
I mean,
I actually don't know if.
To be fair, I'll be 100% honest when I say this. I don't watch TV, period. So
yeah. Pretty much the only TV that
and that's
pretty much the only TV that I watch is when my family eats, because sometimes we eat dinner in the dining room, but sometimes we'll eat in the family room, and so I'll watch Family Feud and Wheel of Fortune.
Fair.
However, I should say I may watch some television, but we do not have cable or satellite or anything like that. I watch all mine streaming. So,
I watch Netflix.
I too have been watching Netflix, and I've been
Broadway HD.
I've also been trying not to screw up somebody's recommended. So
yeah. By the way, I have gone into Netflix, and I have changed one of the ones that I'm pretty sure nobody uses, and I have changed it to Todd.
Nice.
So go and mess with the recommended.
Oh, beautiful. I mean, and the main reason I did that is because I know we both watch the Netflix Marvel shows, and I don't want to mess up episode numbering. That's when it's going to get interesting, is if we start watching things at the same time. So what I did was, when Luke Cage season 2 hit, I binge watched that in almost one. So
that also explains why. That also explains why my captions were all of a sudden on.
Yes,
because I'm sitting there and I'm like, why the heck are the captions on? I never put the captions on, unless it's foreign.
For Luke Cage season 2, you will.
Yeah, no, I saw that note.
Ray, I'm putting you on notice. By this time next week, I will most likely have seen season 2, so get working.
Yeah, that is next on my list.
Yeah.
Of non-musical things to watch. I do have some musical things to watch, but
however, now is the time for the previous thing on the list.
Yes. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
So
the most recent, but not last season.
So, you have your notebook with all your notes?
I did not take notes this time, actually.
Wow, that's 5 points off your grade right there.
Yeah. Well, because I was while I was watching it, so you got kind of some of the stream of consciousness.
Yep. And you got some of us trolling you.
Yes.
But nothing we said was incorrect.
Yeah. No, I'm still kind of mad about the ward thing. I'm still really mad about the ward thing.
Which ward thing?
What word thing?
The fact that the actor's last name is Ward.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about when Hive showed up.
No, okay, that was tolerable because I didn't have to see Grant Ward's face.
Fair.
So, because I saw that and I was like, I can be mad about this, but I don't have to see Grant Ward's face, so I can deal.
This is the first season he legitimately did not show up.
Yeah. I was actually relatively pleased with that. I was ready to throw a fit. I was actually ready to throw a fit.
I mean, arguably, in the times that they did show him in previous seasons, it made sense.
I know, but it's still.
Yeah, and that's what the time stream. They could have had it in here, and that made sense too. How funny would it have been? How funny would it have been? They get back, and he's there like he never left S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, that would have been great.
No.
Yes, it would have.
No, because it would have been great, except for the fact that I would not have finished would not have finished. I would have been like, yeah, no, I'm done. I am I did almost quit the last 5 minutes of the season. Almost quit the last 5 minutes of the season.
But why? That was the best part.
Well, the fact that they killed Fitz is
yeah. That was bold of them.
Yeah, it was.
So they didn't.
No, they did.
Yeah, he's dead.
But he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, he is.
No, because
the Fitz that came back through time is dead.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. And the one that they're referring to is the one that's going forward to get them back to the present where he can die. He's in a time loop.
Okay, then I'm done. No, I'm not watching season 6.
I mean, if they take him out of there,
no,
if they take him out of there, they prevent all of that from happening in the first place, and then the Kree win. Fitz has to die for all that to happen.
Yeah. Unless they find a way to kind of circumvent it in a way.
Yeah.
Where he just kind of pops up out of nowhere.
And right, I will make a note of this right now. At no point did they ever hint that Deke was related to Fitz. Only Gemma.
Yep.
It was her ring. It's things she said. At no point did he ever mention Fitz or anything that he said. He mentioned the grandfather, but people remarried.
Yep.
He might not even be related to Fitz, genetically speaking.
I'm not watching season 6.
But what happened?
It's just getting good.
No, no. No. I legitimately no.
Is it just because of that?
Yeah, no. Absolutely.
So you're okay with the Coulson thing then?
Yeah, don't care. I was fine with that. Yep. No, I'm done.
I'm confused by your reluctance to continue. But still look forward to you watching season 6 when it comes out because we both know you're going to.
Can I just say Mac should have died?
Yes! Mac and Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo before Mac, honestly.
No, I think Mac should have gone first.
The problem is Yo-Yo is on her way to going full supervillain.
You're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, Mac's an enabler that can let it happen, but...
And he's also the new director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. That should have been Deke before it was Mac. Mac is the exact wrong person to be heading S.H.I.E.L.D.
I mean, arguably, I would have given it to May. I would have given it to Gemma.
Mm-hmm.
I would have given it to Bill, the night shift janitor who's only on board once every 2 weeks to clean up the place.
I would give it to the chick that betrayed them when they came back. Like
I would have gone back and I would have pretty much tried to figure out a way to get Flowers back to have her, Lorena, make her director of S.H.I.E.L.D. before Mac. I would have given it to Robbie before I gave it to Mac. Freaking Ghost Rider.
I would have found a way to go back in time and given it to Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
I mean,
first season Daisy is a better director of S.H.I.E.L.D. than Mac.
You're not wrong. The framework broke Mac.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't that put together to begin with.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The framework broke Fitz. Because what about when Fitz had his psychotic break? And
that was gorgeous.
I thought it was well done, but it was still one of those situations of like, he's not entirely stable. Like
that's why they had to kill him. He went beyond the line.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know, like, I don't think that I don't think putting Mac in that role is a good move going forward. Seeing Coulson leave is, well, I mean, I hate to say it's about time, but
yeah.
I mean, there's not much more you can do with him.
Yeah. I'm not too torn up about it.
It also makes it possible for him to come back to the cinematic universe because we know he's not going to die. And I'm not just talking about Captain Marvel, I'm talking about going forward from that.
I mean, who knows? Because the end of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5 is right after, or actually it runs concurrently with the New York scene in Infinity War. Because
I mean, yeah.
Originally, the plan was to have that episode premiere the same day that Infinity War came out. But then they decided to push Infinity War ahead, say, oh, we're going to release it a couple weeks early. So,
which was a good decision in my mind. It gave Solo plenty of chance to shine on its own.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, it's just, so who knows going into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6, who's there?
Yep. I mean, anybody who is dead or dying could theoretically be brought back.
Yeah. Or, who knows?
Or
like,
could somebody who's currently alive, Mac, might die.
Yeah, might just get dusted.
And not come back.
That would be the ultimate fuck you, though.
Yeah, it would. It would. Coulson and Fitz are back healthy as ever. Mac and Yo-Yo are both gone.
No. I mean, like, so what we know about the way the Infinity Gauntlet works, and based on the comics, and the Soul Gem specifically, if that ends up happening, where, like, Mac gets dusted, then that would mean that there's a good possibility of bringing him in to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That would be hilarious. What the hell screwed up would be for him the only one to make the jump from TV to cinematic?
I would fucking hate myself. Or we get, like, cryo sleep Fitz. Like, just... It's just like, he's there and he's just like, what the fuck's going on? Like, where am I? Did I make it to the future already? It's just like, where's the thing I was sleeping in? Like, but I mean, the finger snap gives so many possibilities, and I highly doubt we'll see those. But I would like to see Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. roster without Mac, without Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
I mean, basically take half of what you have left, which you keep, obviously you keep, you keep Quake, you keep Gemma, you bring back, Hunter. Because,
I mean, yeah, let's face it, Bobby ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Bobby's on the Orville now.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I mean, if you do a show with,
job there.
But if you do a show with those three, as your central figures.
You know, that finger snap brings the way back from the bring Ward back. Just saying.
You know what? Ward would be a better director of S.H.I.E.L.D. than Mac.
Oh, yes.
No, I can't even disagree with you.
God, you could. It was like pulling teeth for Ray to say that. People, I hope you realize that.
Yep.
Ray died for your sake. What I'm saying there, you just, damn.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that hurts so much.
So season 6, Ward, director of S.H.I.E.L.D. Got it.
Oh, God damn it, please, no! Just kill Mac. No, don't actually kill Mac. Don't actually kill Mac. I really do like Mac.
I hate him. He is a closed-minded, quick-tempered, rash judgmented fool.
I mean, at the beginning of the season, I didn't mind him. And then once they got back, that's where I really started having problems.
I'll be honest, okay. I haven't liked him since just before the framework.
Fair.
I don't know. I still like Mac. Like I've got issues with it.
Guys, you found the one
the director. Yeah, well, I also thought Pierce was funny, so.
No, Pierce was hilarious.
Which one was Pierce?
And not what? Are you genuinely trying to figure that out?
Yes, I am.
I'm talking Saints.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Because I'm still thinking like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm like, I don't remember our Pierce.
To be fair, neither do the Saints.
Fair.
But no, I was the one Pearson. Yeah, no, I was the one person that liked Pierce.
Person that likes Pearson that liked Pierce. Got it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I will say this. If
I just like people, and I have a hard time not liking them unless they're bored.
Which is why he needs to be director. Yeah, go ahead.
I would love that, like a little time travel-ish type thing, right? Because we need a new director of S.H.I.E.L.D. we fucking need one.
What if they did this? Thanos snaps his fingers and everything, and when everything gets reversed back, you're back to season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but only one member remembers that they went through the previous seasons.
That would be kind of cool.
And that person is Warren.
You know what? I would honestly.
No, better be Quake. Yeah.
I would go as far as saying not season 1, but maybe season 2.
I kind of like the idea of somebody knowing that Ward is Hydra before he reveals it.
You know what? I get you on that. I do. I do get you on that. But if hypothetically, like, they do like a quote-unquote reboot and bring it back to season 2, the person with the knowledge would be able to save Triplet.
To be fair, if they accelerate season 1, make it so instead of doing it hit for hit, it was like all season 1 and 2 put together.
Fair.
You could still throw in Trip and everything.
True.
Doesn't say it would have to be like a scene for scene reshot.
Yeah, we would also be able to. The thing is, if you go back to season 1, you'd be able to prevent the brain damage that Fitz got.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff you'd be able to prevent.
Yep. And would make for an interesting reboot, in my opinion.
Yeah, I get you. I get you on that.
We all know that one person is going to be Daisy. That's the narrative they want to push. Funnier would be Gemma. given that basically how she, Ward turning evil and Fitz getting brain damage and everything. Good friend of Trip. I mean, how funny would that be? Gemma, that is all there.
Mm-hmm.
Possibilities.
Yeah, but we all know it'll be somebody that isn't even part of season 1 that'll have the of it.
Oh God, Geek goes back with them. Everybody's like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
Fucking, we end up having Mac as like as
the
guy with the memories.
No.
Oh God. Oh man. But in all fairness, we look at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Look at what they've been able to accomplish. Their 100th episode was fucking brilliant. I loved it.
Which one is that?
That was the one where where they were trying to close that rift.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
And everything from their past was kind of coming through. It's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. And we had Hive. But we didn't have Ward, but we had Hive.
We did not have Ward. So
I honestly, that would have been
like
the
when
best
I saw that everything was showing up, and I was like, "Oh God, he's gonna show up, isn't he?" And then Hive showed up. And I'm like, "Okay, I can live with this." I was like, "Okay, I don't have to see his god awful face."
There were moments of like legit moments in this past season where I was just like, this is what we've been waiting. This is the kind of storytelling I've been waiting for since the first season.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of that like this, and this isn't me saying, oh, because it's the newest season, it's the best season. I think that they finally have been able to shake off a lot of those pains they've had over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And have been able to do a cohesive story, not have it be too bogged down like they have in previous seasons. Like last season, they did it pretty good where they broke it down to 3 parts.
Yeah.
We had, part 1, which was Ghost Rider, part 2, which was LMD, and part 3, which was Agents of Hydra.
Yeah.
I liked that. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
And this one here,
it actually had a comic book feel to be perfect.
It very much did.
Where the arcs flow into each other fluidly.
Exactly. And with this season here, it was more of like we've just had our big events, our big stories, and this is the story leading up to another big story.
Mm-hmm.
Which I felt was the best feel. I mean, we got to deal with the Kree, which was like, whatever. We had to deal with Cassius.
I feel like they actually went a little overboard making them into complete assholes for Captain Marvel to fight. The Kree, that is. Just a little bit pouring it on a bit thick. That's my only complaint with the season, to be honest.
Well, that was the Kree, though. Like...
yeah.
I mean, the whole Confederacy thing was interesting.
Yeah.
Bringing in, what was it, the Marauders? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, bringing them in was a good touch. I didn't expect Graviton.
Halibut. Oh God, that was the costume.
The
actual Graviton costume. I mean, not completely. It was darker toned and everything, but still.
Yeah. I was completely amazed by that. I didn't think that they were going to go and do that at all. Like, if you had asked me at the beginning of the season, like, do you think we're going to get Graviton this season? And I would be like, there's no fucking way. And then it happens, and I'm like, oh shit! Like we got Graviton. Like, what the fuck?
I know. That was the biggest surprise for me, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Although, Man, just knowing that Talbot had crossed that event horizon and was not coming back.
Mm.
Oh shit, he's gone.
Yep. I mean, even Talbot in general.
Yeah. Oh.
Like his whole arc, because he's always been like he's been a big background character.
Yeah.
The last few seasons.
A major character.
Yeah, I mean,
and this one.
Yeah, and I mean, he was able to shine. They gave him something really fucking awesome to do.
Delved into his private life.
Delved into his private life. Had him fight Hydra programming, which I thought was great. By the way, I still had to say, Hail's Hydra? Oh, God.
Yeah, God, yeah. Hail Hydra. That was beautiful.
Yep.
That was the subtlest pun, because you finally get there and you're like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Hail's Hydra? And then it's just like, and then you just see Chloe Bennett just go like, die inside. And
yeah. That was so beautiful. Not gonna lie.
At that moment, all I saw in my head is Ray.
And you want to know what? I sat there and I was like,
Yup. It's that
I paused it and I was like, I really just want to say, God damn it.
That makes me feel good.
God damn it, Hydra.
Yeah, basically. It was just like, oh my gosh.
But
it's like, really? Freaking really?
They wrote an entire character that uses a pun. I love it.
They had a
I feel like you had a part in that.
They had a whole like they did a lot of work, especially in the back end, after they made it back. Obviously, Hydra's still around, like, because that's a thing. Like, why would Hydra not be still around,
Yeah. It's like trying to get rid of every last bit of weeds in your garden.
Yeah.
Good fucking luck.
Help.
Yeah. Freaking cockroaches.
Yeah, I mean, but we got to see, like, them training.
Yeah.
Like, we got to see, like, them going through their schooling. Which
was
just
kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Except for the Doge part. That was the only part I was
It's like, well,
I understood it. I understood why they did that.
To be honest, that is some shit that they actually do in real world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that it's basically because if you can put down something you care about, it makes it a lot easier, for example, to sacrifice your fellows if that's what the mission requires.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's just...
And of course Hydra's going to use that.
Oh, absolutely. It's just that, like, even for the brief moments that, like, it was just kind of, like, offhandedly mentioned, because, like, they showed the dog, and I'm just like, oh, fuck, they're going to kill the dog.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was, like, the first thought that came through my head. I'm like,
yep.
That ain't no pet. That's...
Nah.
But yeah, I mean, they fired on all cylinders this past season. Had we had Ruby, was a very interesting character.
Psycho Barbie is what I called her.
Psycho Barbie.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, she was not a likable person.
I liked her. Like, that's the thing. I guess that makes me a little bit fucked up, but I was just like, I think this. I really like this character.
My problem that I had is I've seen this actress in a few things, and I've seen her in the Disney Descendants, where she's Maleficent's daughter.
Oh, so she's playing someone more evil this time.
Well, kind of. Except in Disney Descendants, she like goes good or whatever. It's like the weirdest. I don't know. Yeah,
but at the same time,
it's Disney.
But at the same time, she's the voice of Spider-Gwen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, she does. She does the voice of Spider-Gwen in I think it's the Disney XD show.
Oh, cool.
Who does the voice of Spider-Gwen in Marvel Heroes? Nobody. It's gone now.
Rip.
Yeah.
But no, so I just kept seeing that because all I can see is she's just got that cute little cherub face.
She was
button nose.
Yeah.
She was adorable, and I wanted to keep her in my pocket. Like,
yeah, she really
is. She's adorable, and I wanted to put her in a rubber room.
I mean, there's something to say about crazy, and I'm not going to say no to crazy in some cases.
Yeah, no, I just kept saying that. I'm like, Mal, just stop. Just that entire time, because I had that. I don't know, because I do really like the Descendants series, and so I just kept having that disconnect issue, and I was just like, honey, just stop.
I just had a really weird thought, because this is just me and the way my mind works. Back to the who could possibly be the next director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh God, don't say Ruby.
Huh? No, not Ruby.
Not resurrected Ruby. No.
No. There was in Guardians 2. There was a character that was slightly teased that most people missed. So technically he didn't make an appearance in the MCU.
Who?
Wonder Man.
Oh, seriously? Geez, that's right. I do remember the thought that Samuel Williams might show up.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll get to see that.
But you know who played the role?
Who?
Nathan Fillion.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yep. They filmed stuff as him as Wonder Man. But and then they of course did like stills for like posters and stuff like that and whatnot, because Wonder Man, like
yeah.
So considering they didn't like use Wonder Man, and maybe they'll end up using it for another movie, maybe it'll be Guardians 3 or something like that they're just like, oh hey, we have this footage here that we can use, But what if they brought Nathan Fillion in as a character for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I could see him as director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Like a Jeffrey Mace kind of deal.
Sort of, yeah.
Without the killing him off mid-season.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of had to do that with Mace.
Yeah.
I mean, Mace... So, as much as I liked Ruby, I really didn't like Mace.
I actually kind of liked him, but yeah.
I mean, at first I was like, "Oh, cool, we're getting this comic character, blah, this is great." And then the more I watched, I was just like, I really don't like what they're doing with this character. I really don't. And I grew out of that character like I think like the 3rd episode he was in. Because I'm just like, fuck your color-coded system. I don't give a shit. People need access. People need to do... I don't care if you got to be a prismatic orange to have access to these files. I don't give a fuck. These people need to do their goddamn jobs. I mean, that's the way I looked at it. And he was just... And then he's just like, I'm an Inhuman. And I'm like, motherfucker, you're not an Inhuman. Like... I mean, they did a lot of great things. Like, just over the seasons, they've done a lot of great things. They've dropped the ball but they've dropped the ball quite a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, they've done a lot more good than they have bad.
No, and I'll agree with you on that. Like,
which is they have a better batting average than a lot of long-running shows.
Fair. Considering they almost got canceled their first season until the ratings got that massive boost after the mid-season.
be fair, the first season of a lot of shows sucked ass.
Yeah.
Next Gen first season is unwatchable.
I mean, I could watch it.
I cannot get past. Honestly, I cannot get past Code of Honor.
Fair.
Once I hit down, if I ever wanted to do a complete watch through, I'd get to the beginning of that, and be like, I'm done now. That was good. This worked. this was a good. This is a good use of my time.
That's terrific. Shut up, Wesley. But yeah, I mean, it's just. I just like every season has had its hiccups. Every season has had its hiccup. This is the first season I feel that it hasn't. I mean, last season was really good, but like when we got to the framework stuff, like yeah, we had Agents of Hydra, which I was excited about.
Yeah. That slow reveal that you're scaling with the Hydra logo.
Yeah. I mean, like thematically it worked.
Yes.
But then like the whole, and I understand why they did what they did. But like the whole, hey, let's change these characters that we know fundamentally. like if Coulson wasn't a SHIELD agent, he's a history teacher, and that's fine. I get that. Mac, if he's not a SHIELD agent, his daughter lives? Huh.
Well, maybe whatever choices led him to losing her are the same choices that led him to becoming part of SHIELD.
Fair. I mean, it's just like May's an agent of Hydra. Like, it just that's fair.
It's an asshole.
What if in the next season they deal with alternate realities?
Oh, I would love that.
And we basically get Agents of Exiles.
Ooh. Yes, I could live with that.
And that's how they bring
what if they did use Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to bring mutants back? That would be great.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, man. What if that's the way they blend the two back together? Something that no one ever thought would happen, that's the TV universe impacting the cinematic.
Fair.
And it being the biggest impact the cinematic universe has had.
Yeah. I honestly think that if they were to do something like that, it would probably be best if they start in the next season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like they drop some like little plot hints.
Mm-hmm.
Just little things. Because obviously this is kind of leading up to the next season, from my understanding, is going to lead up to right before part 2 of the next Avengers film, you know, Avengers 4. Which I don't know, like it's just it's gonna be all over the place. So it's like there's no telling at what time it actually starts taking place. Because I mean, it's weird. Like, is it like a year or two afterwards? Is it 5 years later? Who knows?
I want to see Avengers 4. As the title fades, the forward link was just a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't even care if they don't put any of the Fantastic Four in the movie. Tease the shit out of that.
That would be fan-forced.
I mean,
or what happens?
Worst case, what if snaps his fingers again? You know, basically, everybody comes back, and Killmonger's got flame powers.
Well, what about Cap? What about Cap with flame powers?
Oh.
And then Jessica Alba's there for some reason, like. And she's like, Johnny? And they both go, yes. They go, Spider-Man. And then Miles Morales comes swooping in. He's like, what's up?
I would love to see Miles Morales in the cinematic.
I honestly think what the best thing to do, the next logical step, especially considering that, you know, barring the government interfering, Disney is getting most of their Marvel properties back.
Strangely, not Hulk.
Well, that's Universal, so.
And not fucking She-Hulk either.
But yeah, I mean, it's still, we get, you know, we have that happen. And this is the way I see it. Like, we can go about this one of two ways. Now, Avengers 4 is going to wrap up. Actually, Infinity War wrapped up the first 10 years of the MCU.
Yeah.
And Avengers 4 is going to be like continuation, resolution to that, bringing forth the next era, right? What if at the end they tease Secret War?
You know, what if Miles Morales was Marvel Television Universe?
Yeah.
The Marvel Television series. A Miles Morales television series would be actually pretty cool.
I'm not. You're not wrong.
A Champions television series would be pretty damn cool.
I
obviously not with all the characters, but
well, I can get behind it. I can get behind that. I can get behind Champion. I can get behind. I mean, we're getting a Squirrel Girl. I would be. Listen, if they said, "Hey, let's do a Great Lakes Avengers TV show,"
yeah,
I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
We're still waiting to hear what's going on with Damage Control, which, you know, has an order in on it, and so there's that. And ABC is obligated to air the pilot at the very least.
Gotta watch that, yeah.
So, I mean, it's. I think that the best way to bring in the Fox properties would be Secret War. We're doing a Battle World type thing.
Yeah.
You know, you just kind of get everything. You have everything lead up to that, to the next big film, which is where we're bringing everything in. You know.
Yep.
Maybe you sprinkle in some things like, for example, you know, it's been kind of rumored for the last year and a half that Disney has gotten the rights to Namor back from Universal.
That'd be so nice to have in, yeah.
And I think that Namor would be great to have because Black Panther doesn't have a fucking villain to fight.
Exactly.
Unless we want to go and dress his best friend up in the white gorilla suit. I mean, do we want to go that route, Disney?
I don't know. I'd say that he's his best friend right now, though. I'd say they're even.
No, they are. They are. But the way that the movies are playing it, it's just like So in Infinity War, they were very chummy. It wasn't even like we're even, because they were even at the end of Black Panther.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
So, I mean, what if, hypothetically, and also, I mean, who's to say that if some meddling does happen in the next Avengers, that it prevents the Heart-Shaped Herb from being destroyed?
Yeah.
Which, not gonna lie, that was probably one of the worst things they could have done.
Yeah.
I understood why they did it,
Mm-hmm.
In the sense of like, well, it's what Killmonger was trained to do, which is fair.
At the same time, though, it was really short-sighted by him.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. But we get that. Like, what happens if we're able to, like, something they do fucks with things and it prevents that from happening? Like, there's Avengers 4, I feel is going to be used mostly as a reset button.
Oh yeah. There's been a lot of talk about that.
It's pretty much all they can do. Because as it stands right now, because the heart-shaped herb isn't there anymore, we can't have Shuri Black Panther. For the most part.
Yeah, that annoys me.
Because of I want to see Red Skull back. Like, and I want to see him as more of a threat than just what he was in Captain America: The First Avenger. Because yeah, I mean, he was a fucking massive threat in that movie. And I liked it. I liked what they did. But I would love for them to be able to kind of use that character.
I want to see a complete, total Masters of Evil.
Yeah.
With the Red Skull taking the part that normally is played by Zemo, because Zemo was fucking weak sauce.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what happens when you take a character and you decide that we need to make things a little bit more realistic, more grounded.
Coming from the same people who created the Red Skull.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Just Red Skull isn't exactly realistic or grounded, people.
Well, and well, that's true. They couldn't go around not having the Red Skull.
Oh yeah, I know. You have to have him as Cap's nemesis. You have to.
I mean, it's much like since the first Iron Man movie, they've been teasing the Mandarin, the real Mandarin. You know?
Yeah.
Why can't we have that? Why can't we have the real Mandarin? Answer me, Marvel. Answer me.
He's out there. They've officially said. He is out there. So, I also really liked Iron Man 3 for precisely the reason of that. I loved that twist with the Mandarin.
Oh, yeah.
It was ridiculous, and I liked that about it.
Oh, no, absolutely. And then the little one-shot they did that was released on, I think it was on Thor: The Dark World.
Mm-hmm.
The Hail to the King or something like that. Long Live the King. I forget what it was.
Yeah.
And at the end of that, it's that moment of like, guy comes in, kills a bunch of people, fake Mandarin sitting there, and you see on the guy's neck he's got the ring tattoos on his neck, and you're just like, oh shit. And it's just like, he doesn't take kindly for you using it. Like, and you're like, oh fuck, when are we getting this? And we don't. Marvel's got to do more of these one shots as well. Like, I miss that. I miss them doing like these little like interlude to kind of help link things.
I feel like they've been working really hard to get to the point where they're at right now. Thanos, they were working really hard to get to that snap. Now that they've done that, I think they're going to go back to finding their way.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like a whole thing when you have a really strong project you're working on, sometimes other projects fall by the wayside.
Yeah. And also, I would be fine with them not having like 4 or 5 post-credit scenes.
I like the post-credit scenes.
I'm not saying get rid of them. I'm just saying we don't need that many. Like, give us, you get the credits roll, you get a mid-credits, you get a post-credits. Give me that. Don't give me credits start, we get a scene. Credits resume, we get a scene. Credits resume, we get a scene. Credits resume, credits end, and we get a scene. Like, I don't need that. Like,
I'm just saying who leaves before the last one is my point. I mean...
Yeah, well, you're not wrong. But then again, we've been conditioned. We've been conditioned to.
The thing is, though, you're getting more movie out of your movie, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, and it's a way for them to get us to sit through the fucking credits.
Which I don't have a problem with.
I don't either. But the thing is, it's one of those situations, though, where, like, if you... Like, for example, if I go to the theater, most of the time, once the credits start, those lights start coming up. And you're like, are you fucking kidding me? You know that there's post-credit scenes to this motherfucker. Why are you doing that?
The only time
really? I was gonna say my theaters don't do that.
The only time my theater's done that recently was when I went to see Incredibles 2. Apparently, there's a post-credit scene that I missed because of it.
Good to know.
Because when the lights come up, that's basically them saying, get the fuck out.
Yep.
Mind you, I will never do that with a Marvel movie simply because I know what Marvel does.
Yeah, usually the theaters around here, what they'll do is they'll let the credits roll, and then when, like, after the first post-credit, like, during the first credits scene, after that, then the lights will start going. Like, it won't go up completely, but they're no longer where they were. It's gotten better.
I can see dimming. I'm talking about they came full up.
Oh, they came full up, yeah.
I could not read the credits, let's put it that way. It was so washed out.
Fuck.
So I thought, okay, I guess there's no post-credit scene. Turns out there is. I still haven't seen it.
It's unbelievable. That is, seriously, that is unfucking.
I know, right? I was like, really, you're doing this? Because, okay, let's be real here. Until the last of the credits is over, the movie's not really over. All that shit is part of the movie. Bringing up the house lights during the movie is a no-no.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that 99% of people legitimately don't care about the credits. Although I will admit, I've actually started to like look at them a little more critically. Sometimes just because I like finding ridiculous names in the credits.
Yeah.
Sue me.
Fair.
It's funny to find someone with a ridiculous name.
I'll give you that.
So yeah.
I mean, I completely. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why that ends up. Why theaters do that? Like, I know they want to kind of turn the seats as quick as possible.
Yeah.
They got to learn to chill the fuck out. Like.
Yeah. Hell, next time I'm just gonna sit there, fuck it. Except for the fact that I will admit, part of the problem is I'm sitting there going, hurry up, and then my bladder's gonna explode.
Fair.
But yeah, other than that. That silence tells me I think we're over.
Yeah, we're kind of wrapping up here.
Another 3-hour one.
Yup.
To be fair, we were gone for 3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a special, back from hiatus episode.
I mean, you say it's special, but like
I know next week it's gonna be 3 hours. I know.
Let's be honest. This is what we do.
Yeah, this is the norm now. We're gonna put out a 2-hour one, so people are gonna be like, "Why'd you cut it short?"
Yeah, I mean, that's actually a very funny point because of all the episodes, I mean, and I can look at the archive on that. Most of our episodes are like long ones.
I know. 2 hours is rare.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's like super rare. And you just gave me the title for the episode, so. Episode 15, 2 hours is rare.
Yeah, it is. It legit. Good idea. Warn them right at the beginning. Yeah, you're in for a long one.
Yep. I mean, you did. You did give them warning. I mean, that's the biggest thing. But I don't. I'm not against doing long episodes. It's a lot of fun. It allows us to kind of just, for people that have listened for as long as we've been doing these, they know that we don't typically. Yeah, first off, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they also know that we don't typically come in here with a quote unquote game plan.
No. This is all off the cuff.
Yeah,
you're here in stream of consciousness here.
Yeah, I mean, we technically did have a.
We knew two topics.
Yeah, we had some topics today, which was very.
Mostly because I wanted to hear Ray's thoughts on the end of S.H.I.E.L.D. because it was getting fun.
Yeah.
And the GTA thing was just announced today, so that was going to come up. It was just going to come up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that was the biggest thing. Like, we knew we were going to talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We knew we were going to talk about Marvel stuff. We spent time talking about fucking food.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. We
spent an hour recapping the last 3 weeks.
Yep.
So.
Because we honestly have not talked much among ourselves.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And that happens sometimes. Sometimes you don't get to see your friends as much as you'd like.
Yeah, that happens. And I mean, we all have our things going on. So,
yep.
We all have our little of our existence. But, all in all, we try to do everything. Everything we can. And put on a good show for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Really do. If you guys do enjoy what we do here, we thank you. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for supporting Pod Errors with your listening patronage.
Thank you for liking the bullshit of three people.
Yeah, there's that too. But even with that being the case, like, we do a lot here on the behind the scenes. I mean, we're constantly working on something.
Todd does a lot behind the scenes. The two of us show up.
True. I mean, so true.
You guys don't give yourselves enough credit.
You just put the image up for the title while we're still doing this.
Yeah. Like, what?
I can't upload the episode while we're still recording.
I know, but my point is you've done everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those things. Like, we try to put on the best we can for you guys. Definitely thankful for you guys. And personally, I could spell things. We definitely thank you. wholeheartedly for everything, all the little support you guys give us. And if you guys do want to help the network grow, you do want us to do more, want us to kind of, provide you with not only this show, not only Brothering Around, which we don't have to worry too much about the hosting on. We don't, and Gimmick Bag and upcoming. I can fix that.
No, no.
Yes. You should wait till it was uploaded.
I still have it. I still have it. I can still edit it, right?
No. I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, no, you really shouldn't have.
No, you really shouldn't have, because I'm petitioning. I'm for that.
No, I am not for that.
But you guys can help the network on Patreon, patreon.com/precipicepodcast. You guys can also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/precipicepodnet. There's also the Facebook page, facebook.com/precipicepodcast. You can get us there. Purchase shirts over at shop.spreadshirt.com/precipicepodcast. You can you can catch us hopefully every week on twitch.tv/precipicepodcast. There's also the YouTube archive. Just look up Pod Errors. Just do a search, because we don't have a fancy fucking vanity name on YouTube yet. One day we will.
That's the dream.
Yeah. But yeah, no, anyway, is there anything you guys want to add before we completely and totally wrap up and get things rolling?
We promise we'll be here next week. We don't really promise, but we're gonna try.
No.
Who am I kidding? We don't promise, but we're gonna try our best.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Don't make it a Ray pun.
Don't make it a Ray pun. I won't. I promise I won't make this week's a Ray pun.
Okay.
I said nothing about next week's.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to see what next week's brings.
That's fair.
Keeping it real.
But anyway, guys, thank you very much for checking us out on all the wonderful audio formats you can catch us on, whether it's Radio Public, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn Radio. Of course, as I mentioned, we're on Twitch. We're also on YouTube as well. And we thank you immensely for any and all support you do provide us. And until next time, we'll catch you for another Pod Errors. You take it easy, everyone.
Title has been hinted at. Just so you're aware. Later, guys.